We just talked about the wrong way to do keto, but some revolutionary research taking the medical community by storm is showing doing keto the right way can not only result in weight loss, which I know you love, right, but may even help fight diseases like cancer and diabetes, even neurological conditions. Some doctors are even praising this type of ketogenic lifestyle with actually giving your brain more power. That I love. My friend Montel Williams says he's living proof keto can improve your health.
Good to be here, my friend. Thank you. Thank you for sharing this information.
Now, let me brag on you for a second.
Sir.
2000, right?
Sir.
He's diagnosed with multiple sclerosis.
Yes, sir.
Not told much about what he could do that would make it better because we didn't know much.
Told I was going to have a 15% less life expectancy, so I should really be dead now.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
And then just this year,
Yes,
you had a
sir.
life-threatening stroke. After all that, you've been able to walk out here. You're the person I've always known and loved, which is remarkable. And you argue the keto diet is part of this.
I think it's because of the protection, the neuroprotection. You said something really good before you showed the tape, and that's the fact that we're starting to prove we know that the brain uses ketones as its source of energy.
In your great documentary, you say that we have gotten nutrition downright wrong. That's your quote. Downright wrong for years. How so?
Absolutely, because in the Western diet, most of our diet is based on carbohydrates and sugar. We need to bring those things down, and that's what I'm trying to do, because I want to be around. You know what I mean?
I want you to be around too.
Absolutely. I want to be around. Yeah, I had a beautiful family, a beautiful wife. I want to be able to be here for her. And after having the stroke, for a while I started, dabbling in keto before the stroke. But I'm telling you, it has really been since the stroke that I am really trying to get 100% and go overboard, because I know the neuroprotection I'm going to get out of it.
So this is not just about eating right the way you think you need to eat right. We got to think about it in a whole different way.
Yes, sir.
And a lot of you aren't ready for that, which is why I thought I'd figure out where you all are by asking all of you, the members of the audience, to fill out a little blank piece of paper that had a sentence, the beginning of a sentence. The sentence said, fatty foods are, and then blank page. And what did the people say?
This one says, fatty foods are artery blockers.
Yeah, well, that's one thing I'm concerned about. I talked about that earlier, right?
And again, it depends on the type of fat, right? Because trans fats is what our problem is. When you were talking earlier about, people eating pork rinds, that's made in trans fat.
Yeah.
That's why. How about the silly statement that fat doesn't make you fat? As a matter of fact, it helps your body process fat. We need dietary fat to have good nutrient absorption. We need it for lots of reasons, and we kind of made fat out to be the villain, and it's not. It's the sugar that's the villain.
So come on over here. Montel worked with experts all over the world looking at the ketogenic lifestyle, and it looked at specifically the effect not just on the body, but on the mind. So let's walk everyone through exactly the theories on why keto might be so beneficial. Because we've had people on this stage saying, if you want to deal with Alzheimer's symptoms, keto's the way to go. MS, keto.
Absolutely.
Recovery, stroke, keto, a lot of things, but it might be good for you if you haven't any of those things, right? Because if you're like this, imagine what it could do for you if you don't have the barriers.
And you don't just have it, just happen to have just had a stroke.
The brain normally consumes carbohydrates as energy. That's what we always thought was the main thing, and it really is. However, some studies in animals suggest that simple carbohydrates can potentially increase inflammation.
The nemesis for neurological disease.
Yeah, makes everything more difficult. You can't heal with inflammation. But when you stop eating foods that are rich in carbohydrates and instead replace them with foods that are rich in fats, all these things that I'm showing up there, the brain uses the ketones from that fat as energy. And this may reduce the inflammation in the brain and can protect you against certain diseases which get X'd out and removed because your body can heal itself better. So what benefits have you noticed in your lifestyle since going ketogenic?
I know, before, again, when my issue was high blood pressure is probably what caused my stroke. My blood pressure has been almost steady, on a steady path. My weight has been, I'm 62 years old, and I'm walking around with a 31-inch waist. So I'm holding it down.
Makes me jealous.
And I don't have to think about it. That's what's so good about it. I mean, I know that, a lot of people are suffering with weight issues because you think about it all the time. You change over to a ketogenic diet and lifestyle, you have to stop thinking about it because it just happens.
So I got a guess for it. Omira's here.
Oh,
Been a
okay.
huge fan of yours, and she was diagnosed with
Omira.
MS
How are you?
in 2016.
Good. Glad to see you're doing well.
Okay, so you're a recent diagnosed
Yes.
patient of MS. Montel's been there, for 17, 18 years.
Yes.
You have a question for him.
Yes, I do.
Sure.
I've been on a weight loss journey for quite some time, and I find it sometimes to be like, I get bored quickly.
Sure.
So how do you follow the keto diet and not get bored or tired?
I hate the word diet, Doc, and you have them all. If all the diets that are online work, there'd only be one.
Right.
But there's about 1 million of them. So skip the word diet. You have to get into a lifestyle change. That's what's so important. I know you're working out and exercising, but if you start to shift over to make fat your energy source, I will guarantee some of that fog that you have in the brain will start to clear. You'll start to have a little bit more energy when you wake up in the morning. You'll be ready to go rather than, oh, woe is me, give me another cup of coffee. So there are things that you have to do, and stop thinking about it so much as if you have to meet this regimen. Look, I'm on a ketogenic diet, but I do cheat every now and then, but I don't call it cheating. It's like every 14 or 15 days, if I feel like eating something, I'm gonna eat it.
Sure.
And guess what? After 14 days of keto, you don't feel like eating it anyway. Skip the cupcakes, because you just don't want it. You take a bite of them and you go, You can just know that once you stop putting them in your body will start craving them.
He used to be a cookie guy.
Yeah, cookie freak.
So if you can find it easy, you will too. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything. And remember to check back often to see what's new.